So previously we have successfully created the two pages and we have successfully linked that two pages. So now we need to connect our project with the Firebase. So for that, go into the tools. Here select this Firebase. Here the window will get open. In that window you need to select the authentication. So here the authentication, in that we will have the multiple options. So we can select any of the option. So I'll select this authenticate using a custom authenticate system. So connect the Firebase. Here the console page will get open. So I can give any name. So you can give, so here the project name is Firebase. Then continue. Then enable Google Analytics for this project. Then select an account. Create project. Here our project is creating in the Firebase console application. So we need to wait for it. So here we have completed with this step. Then continue. So our project is loading in Firebase console. So we need to connect it. So connection is completed. Now go into the this. यहाँ पे हमें क्या करना है? Add the Firebase authentication SDK to your app. So accept the changes. Here Gradle project is synchronization in process. So here again we will go into this particular step. Here in this step, firstly we will successfully, yes, so in this console page we can able to see this our project, this Firebase. Now we need to authenticate it. So how to authenticate it? Go into that particular Firebase console. Here this project name is Firebase project. Go into the authentication. Here get started. After that we need to select email and password. We need to enable it, then save it. So we have successfully authenticate our local this particular Firebase project with the Firebase console. Now for that registration page, firstly we will do the code. So here three edit texts, that is email, password and confirm password. So for this three edit texts and the one register button, we will create the instances. So how to create that? The first one, edit text. So edit text is having the ID. So here we will check that IDs into the code. So our edit text button names are, IDs are one by one. Edit text, first one email, here we will check it. First email, second password and third one confirm password. So email comma password and the third one confirm password, semicolon. Then the another one is one button is there, so that button name is register. Here we will check the ID of that button. The ID is, here we have not given the ID, so we will give the ID here, register. So register. Okay, so for this we will create the three, we will link this with the IDs. Okay, so how to link with this ID? That is same procedure. Email is equal to find view by ID, then r dot id dot that particular, yes, then semicolon. Same for the password. Password is equal to find view by ID, inside that r dot id dot password. Third one, after that the semicolon. Next one, the confirm password. So confirm, for the confirm password, confirm password is equal to find by ID, then r dot id dot confirm password, then semicolon. And the last one is for the register button. So here register is equal to find view by ID, here r dot id dot register, and then the semicolon. So up till now we have completed the uh, linking part. Now after clicking the registration button, it should perform some tasks. That is, this is on registration pages. So after clicking on register button, the data whichever we have written in that particular register, email address, password and confirm password, so that data should get matched or stored into the Firebase. So for that we need to perform some operations or link that data. Okay, so here register, then dot set on click, oh, oh, dot set on click listener, here new view dot click on listener. So by this the method will get created. So after clicking dot set on click listener, the task should perform. So for that we need to create another method, that is perform authentication. Okay, so auth, so this is the method and the semicolon. So now we need to write the code for this perform auth method. So for this, private void perform, or this is perform auth. So after this, in this string, the whole whatever we are going to enter in that particular uh, edit text boxes, that data should get transferred into the Firebase. So that's why, so string email is equal to input sorry, string email is equal to email dot get to get text dot to string. Okay, then semicolon. This is for email address. Same for the password and the confirm password string. So for that string, here we need to write it down capital S string. Okay, so after the string password is equal to password dot get text dot to string, and afterwards semicolon. Same for the confirm password string confirm password is equal to confirm password, here it will appear here, dot get text dot to string. So here we have completed this. Okay, next we need to create a Firebase member. Okay, so how to create that Firebase member? For that, here firstly we need to write m auth. We can give any name, so m auth, sorry, here Firebase Firebase auth, and here the member name we can give any member name, so I have given here m auth, then semicolon. So for this member we need to write the code. So here for this member we are going to write the connection m auth. Here m auth is equal to Firebase connection, that is Firebase auth dot get instance, then semicolon. Next one m user, so if it is not there we need to import this code. M user is equal to m auth dot get current user, here, and then semicolon. So we have successfully completed this part. After that we need to write a code or a method for this. Here we occur this error for m user because we have not created the member for m user. So here Firebase user, that is m user, and then semicolon. So for this we have written this m user as well as m auth. Okay, now in this perform auth, after taking all this data, we are going to store this data into the Firebase. So how to store that data? By using here m auth dot create user with email password. So here in this, what we are going to pass, whatever we have written here, email and password. So email comma password. so that password. Okay, dot add complete listener, then new on complete listener auth result. Okay, so here we have completed this. So next is, okay, so we need to check this task. So for that, if task is completed, so for that task dot is successful, then what we are going to do is toast dot make text. That is what we are going to display. Register activity. So activity name is register dot this register the activity name register dot this comma, and the text what we are going to display is text registration is successful, or registration successful is successful, and after that semicolon. Okay, if it is not true, else what we are going to display, that toast dot make test, then register dot this, that is register dot में सेम पेज पे हमें ये मैसेज डिस्प्ले करना है, and the text should be get exception, that is plus task or we can directly display registration is not successful. That is, so here यहाँ पे हमें semicolon देना है, and here also the semicolon. After successful this code, here we need to add just one code, that is send user to the next page, that is send user to send user, which user we have created, send user to next, it is next activity. So why this error occur? Because we have not created any next activity, so we need to create that next activity. So how to create that next activity? Here right click on that, your activity, and we will select the activity, and here we will give name as a home. Okay, why? When user gets successfully login, we need to display this page. So okay, so that will be the only page. So here for this next activity, here alt enter to write down the code. So create a method. So now we will create this method outside this. So just select this method, write the code at the end, or here also we can write that code. Okay, and inside that what should happen, that is new intent should get created. So that is intent is equal to new intent, and that new intent should display this is our register activity. So that's why register dot this, and the destination will be the home activity. So home dot class, home dot class, and then semicolon. Next is intent dot set flag, that flag's name will be intent dot home activity intent dot flag activity intent dot flag activity clear task, and after that semicolon. Next one, start activity, which activity should start at this position, that is intent activity, that is home activity, whichever we have selected. Okay, so up till now we have completed the code on the registration page. Now same thing we have to done on this main activity page. So firstly we will just copy all the code from here, that is text view or edit text button and this Firebase. So we will copy this first one. These are the all methods or instances we have created. So copy this instances here and paste this instances in the main activity page also. Okay, so we have successfully done this. Next one here, yes, this email address password, no need to take that confirm password, so we will change it here, this one. After this, ओके, सो यहाँ पे लॉगिन पेज पे कन्फर्म पासवर्ड का कोड नहीं है, सो वी विल रिमूव दैट कन्फर्म पासवर्ड. आफ्टर दैट इंस्टेड ऑफ रजिस्टर हियर the button name is login, so we will that name is login. Again here, instead of this register the button name is login, so we will write that login. Then we will remove this confirm password code. After that this code will be remain same, no need to change this code. Next, in on the registration page here we have taken this perform authentication, so this will be the same as like the login page. We will copy this same code and paste this same code in here. Okay, after this semicolon, so is we need to remove this confirm password. Okay, now here in this we need to take the login button, and here the linking is login, so that is we will check that login button code, that is main activity. Here the login button, the code ID, we will check the ID here. If we have not given any id, we need to give. Okay, here the id is button only. We will change this id into the login. Okay, so we need to use that here, that is r dot login. Okay. Okay, so here we have pasted this perform activity, but for this we need to take this uh, register button code. So here instead of this register button code, we will take this login button code. So we will copy this here from here and we will paste it. Okay, instead of this register here, it should be login dot set on click listener perform auth. And here, where is that perform auth? Yes. Now in this case, the code will be same as per like a login. So here we need to make some changes only. We will. Okay, so in this case here, instead of this perform auth, here we will need to create a perform login. Okay, so and for this perform login here, same the code for this perform login. Okay, so perform login. Okay, and here we have pasted all this following code only. Now we are going to write the code for this perform login. So for this perform login only, we need to give the email address and password. Okay, so after this, in this mauth is for just storing the data. So mauth dot sign in, sorry, mauth, that is mauth dot sign in. So sign in with email address and password. So here we need to pass this email and comma password. So password in this password. Okay, so after that, this should be add on, that is dot add on complete listener, and in that new on complete listener, new on complete listener auth result. Okay, so by this here we need to perform the, need to complete the task. Here we need to complete the task. So here same code as per this. Okay, so that is if task is successful and all these things. So we will copy this code and paste this code there into the main activity. So here we will paste this. यहाँ पे हमें सेमीकोलन ऐड करना है. Okay, so here instead of this register, यहाँ पे हमें we need to select this main activity. So that is main activity dot this is, yeah, here also instead of this register, this is the main activity dot this or successful. Okay, next the last part is, that is send to user. So same here, I'm going to copy this code and paste this code here after this one. So same. Okay, instead of this register, the activity name here is main activity. So the main activity dot home dot class. Okay, So here we have successfully completed our login and registration form. So this is our login form. By clicking create new account, we can go to this registration account, and here on this registration account, by clicking this already have an account, we can go to the login page. So now we will create one account and check whether the data will store or not. So here email id, so I'll give this a b c, then at the rate, so at the rate gmail.com. gmail.com, and afterward we need to give a password. So here I'm giving the password 12345, and after this confirm password 12345. Next is done, and here I'm going to register this. So register is not successful because I've not given any authentication. Okay, so now if I wanted to check whether my data has been stored or not, so I need to go this Firebase authentication here. Okay, we will, yes, reload this. So my data has been not stored, okay, because of some um, so previously just now I have created one user, so that is email tst.gmail.com. So now again we'll go to this abc@gmail.com 12345 so here 12345, so done, and again we will register his. Okay, so this is my registration, and here the login form. So whatever whenever the login is successful, I need to give the data here. So again we will try for this registration, create an account, then email we can give any email id. So again I will provide xyz@gmail.com, then password 56789. Here password is 56789. Next I'm going to click on the register. So I'm unable to perform this because of some error. Here I have not applied any authentication, so you need to apply this authentication. So here we completed this Firebase connection for the login ID as well as registration.